So with the game coming towards an end, we're going to be getting into footies next week, and we have got the team of the tournament out at the moment. I thought I'd run through the ways that you can get some players. You can get pretty much unlimited packs throughout grinding this game, and you don't really have to spend that much, to be honest. So let's go into the SBCs and run through a little task of where you get all of these cards from. I don't even know if I've actually packed a high one yet. I think I've packed a couple of the low ones. We haven't quite got to then Mbappe or Messi yet, which are obviously going to be luck-based, if anything. It's not like I can give you the secret sauce to get Messi, Bellingham, Musiala and Mbappe. That's just all down to your luck. I can at least give you the tools to actually be able to be standing a chance. So once you go into your SBCs, because realistically there's two ways. Technically free, two of them go hand in hand, is playing the game, which will be objectives or rewards from said play matches. So for instance, if it was to go into squad battles, if it was to go into rival rewards, or even just champs, they're going to be your best ways actually playing the game. Now you only get one big shot of each week, so champs is this weekend, you'll get squad battle rewards, which was this morning, and then you obviously get the Thursday for the rival rewards. Then you've got objectives. This is just an extra little chance. You obviously are guaranteed a few players and some decent packs throughout. That's just going to be something we can get as we go through. Alongside that, you've got your seasonal objectives. So you've got Alex Scott, you've got Dirk Kuyt, and you've also got Al Waran. So they're just extra stuff you can get in the game. Also, then you've got Taurum, you've got a lovely Romero, and also a Musiala loan, if you're that bothered. But you do get some decent packs for very little bit of work, to be honest. With the amount of rage quits you get in this, 12 wins really shouldn't be that difficult nowadays, depending on what division you're in. If you're an elite, it's probably still a bit of a grind, but in the lower divisions, you should be able to get a lot of rage quits quite quickly and be able to get through it nice and easily, basically. So that's going to be the only objectives we've got at the moment. More than likely, we'll see more throughout the week, so keep your eye on them if you are looking at in-game play in the game. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of not necessarily wanting to grind the game crazily with players and naturally don't want to play it as much. They want to get the pack. That's the euphoria that you get, is actually getting the players. It's the biggest thing, hence why footies always does so well. I don't know how many games I truly played with any of the cover stars, but it definitely wasn't as much as EA thought I was going to do. So getting the cards are the big one. So, we got all of the players. I must admit, we have got Rudiger and also Vitinha. I would suggest these two are absolutely must-dos in a team, unless you've got the best of the best, which I don't know why you'd be watching this. They are two incredibly top-end centre-backs and also centre-mids. Vitinha is going to be my favourite there, and Rudiger I really like. I would have preferred the Anticipate, probably over something like the Intercept, and I think that would have really made this card stand out. But I like the background, I love the dynamic, it's a very nice card to have. We also then have some of the showdowns for tonight. We obviously have Colombia versus Argentina and Spain versus England. So some massive cards. You can get a 96 depending on who the winners are, and the others can just be fodder. When it comes to the other SBCs, to be honest, I'd probably kind of see away from them now. Like, obviously, with your Weghorst and with your Jota, they're going to be pretty standard. They're not going to go up anymore. Martinez will go up potential if they do win, so that's one you could. And then the same with Conor Gallagher. To be honest, I completely forgot about Rice, so we might actually finish him off. You got Orzabal as well. I probably butchered that name, but they are potential cards to go up if you are looking for that. But the main way that you're going to be looking to start with is going to be in the challenges. This is going to be the must-do, because at least you can get some coins back and you might be able to get something. Now, most of the time, you probably won't. Like, it's very difficult to pack these. But if we look at this, you've got 5 leagues, players from the same league, minimum 2. That is fine. Players from one club, max 5. 5 rare, 65 overall. I mean, it's very simple. If you're looking for coins to improve your team, head over to lootbar.gg for the most reliable and also the best coins around. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description description or down in the comment section below. So what I would suggest in doing this is just going through each team. You do need 5 rares, and obviously you are going for the 5 different leagues. So potentially all I'd do is I'd just go through here, pick a couple of the rares out. Obviously you want to get minimum of 2, and to be honest, England's probably going to be your best shout because of how many different leagues we have. So that's just going to be the easiest one to grind through, and all you've got to do is just pick a few of the leagues. We'll just go through a few. I kind of need another rare if I can. We'll go with you. We'll then go into the left mid, we'll pick another rare, and then, or in fact, we'll go with the Scottish rare, and then we'll go into a striker, and it doesn't matter by then, and that should be everything. So at this point, we get a rare gold pack for it. Now, it's not going to be a rare players pack, so unfortunately, it's not a 50k pack, so it's not necessarily incredible, and it is actually untradeable. That is not what I expected, to be honest. I thought it'd be a little bit better, but is what it is. We get extra packs for it for silvers. That's going to be the best thing for it, because anything that you don't put golds in but you get golds back is going to be great for the recyclability of this. Now, we only get 3 players, so it is just a little extra, but there could be a hint in it. So then we've done that. What you want to be doing then is your daily gold, bronze, and silvers. These are absolutely vital for just getting more golds in your club very easily. You can do 3 bronze and silvers every time, and you can do 4 golds. Obviously, with the golds, it's going to be a bronze and silver SBC. So all you do, get to the squad, whack it in there, and then it should just give you a full bronze team. We can say that's good. We get a couple of packs back. You can discard it for that little bit of extra coin injection, or you can obviously keep them for the next run. Exactly the same for the silvers, and this is why it's important to do the daily silvers and bronzes as well, to keep them topped up as much as possible. The best thing about the silver and bronzes, none of them are worth anything, so you can just put everything in. It's not like we have to go through the major leagues this time and really kind of knuckle down on what we've got. But these are going to be perfect every single day to get yourselves an extra 11 cards. I have seen some higher rated fodder in this, but most of the time it's going to be pretty much just fodder that goes into an SBC. So we managed to get a Gnabry. He could be worth something in another SBC later on down the line. So once we've done that, you can obviously open the rest of them. I'm not going to open a bronze pack on here because time is valuable. Then we obviously have got then the multiple choice. So we've obviously done the daily bronze silver. We've done the daily gold. They're gone. You obviously can go and do the premium silver upgrade if you need a few more golds, but you've got some silvers left over. Same for obviously the premium bronze. You can obviously go ahead and do that and get some silvers in if you do need it, because it's very easy to do. Obviously for this one, all you need is 11 bronzes and you'll get yourself a lovely pack of silvers. I think it's 7 or only 4 common. Oh, I thought it was more than that, but you get 4 in it regardless. So in here, you'll obviously get the premium silver player, so that's why that one's a good one. And then you can get some more. You need bronzes, open bronze packs. It's as simple as that. Then we have got the next stage. So say we've done all of them. We have got the 82 player picks at this moment in time. That will change tomorrow once we hit 6 p.m. I would suggest doing as many of these as possible because they are so much better. They just purely are better for fodder and also for just potential chance. I imagine the 81 player picks come back, the 1 of 4s tomorrow, which I personally think are horrendous. But once we've got them out of the way, you also have the 80 times free. So for instance, if we try the 81 player pick and it doesn't work out, I would probably suggest going into this instead. This is obviously going to be pretty much the same requirements. I believe one of them does need 2 rares. This one just needs 1. You are going to get 3 players back, so technically this is going to be the better odds for it, but it is one of them things where some people, we just don't know if it's great, and sometimes with it being only so many nations, it might miss off some players. Like for instance, you've got, I don't know if that's all of them, but I'm assuming Spain, France, Germany, England, or Brazil. We're missing out Messi as a big one there. I know we get all the other chances, but that's a big one to be missing. And the whole idea of all this fodder is to get to the 85 times 5s, to get to the 84 times 10, and I believe that's all we've got at the moment. And as we continue through, we'll have no more upgrade packs like a 93 plus Path to Glory or Team of the Tournament. I can imagine we'll get one of them this week, especially after the tournament's over. So they're going to be the ones that we're looking to try and hit. Obviously, then we do have got the 91 Encore Hero player pick. Personally, wouldn't bother with that. I'd be looking at maybe doing Vitinha or Rudiger instead with the excess of fodder. But the best thing about these upgrades is, for instance, with this, say I'm going to open that 80 times free. We can go ahead and do that, and then we can obviously disperse all the fodder accordingly. So, for instance, if we go to the back here, we've got the 80 times free. It's going to give us English, goalkeeper. It's going to be Pickford. Okay, we'll take it. It's not going to be any high-rated fodder in here then. So we're going to get 82, 82, 80. So what that does is just goes back around into it. This is either the player pick or obviously for that 80 times free. Like I said, I would suggest the player pick at the moment. It's just, personally for me, so much better rewards a lot of the time whenever you do like 10 and you've got 8 players for it. The only thing is the 80 times free is technically better for the return of what you get because you get 3 players every time. Whereas I give up 8 here, I then have to put in another 8, but there is less chance of a duplicate, which is nice. But for me, these have always been just a little bit better for the higher end fodder. Not necessarily for the big pools, but at least getting your chance in there. We then also have the 83 player pick, which is going to be vital because I believe both, or if not one of them, needs it at the minimum. This one does need one with an 84 rated team. So as you're grinding out them player picks, them 80 times frees, you should then be building all of your 83 and above fodder. If you've got a team of the week already, that's fantastic. If you are playing the game as well, for instance, I got this 88 today. Oh, it's Fabian Ruiz and Marquinhos that I got. You could obviously put in Reds, you could put in Team of the Seasons if you are grinding that out as well. So that's always nice to do in the meantime because I like the Team of the Week picks and it shouldn't take that long to actually grind them out. But if you've got some Team of the Seasons that are not going to be utilised, it can mean that you could put in some lower rated fodder as well because they are higher rated. Like 88 is considerably low in comparison to a lot of the Team of the Seasons that you can get from that. So if we can get the final squad in, we need to look for an 84 potentially, and we can just get this one out the way and see what we can get in this. Now this one is not repeatable that much because it comes back every now and then. But as we go through the week, I can imagine it might ramp up with some better upgrades as well. So this is to take forward throughout the whole of this week. And then once we get into footies, it might be a little bit different. I doubt we're going to get the 85 times 10 anytime soon. It will be definitely a couple of weeks in at the absolute minimum. So once we're here, we'll obviously then open the 84 times 10. And that one should be the chance because then I'll show you how we repeatable, how we repeat all of this process as well. So we do get Saka from this, and the duplicate or the double is going to be, I don't think I've waited for a gold all week, Peugeot. Took me a second. So we've got an 87, 86, and we got Rice, we've got an 85, 84. So what these are going to be good for, and it's why I've done the 84 times 10 first, because there is a big chance of getting a lot of duplicates if you are well in down with your fodder. We can then go ahead and start them 85 times 5s. So for instance with this, I would as well suggest to do these one at a time so you know what you're putting in, because obviously this is going to be another team of the season or obviously a team of the week and an 85 rated team. Now I do need to check what team of the seasons I have, as I don't think I finished champs this week. So we are going to have to go to the Reds and just grind them out, because to be honest, they really ruined the Reds in my opinion. I just don't think they have the value anymore. So I'm going to go Rabiot can go in, to be honest. He's not really doing anything for me. We'll then go to the newest, and then we'll make sure that we got most of these in, to be honest. I think all of the 84s can go in. I think it was Madison, and I want to say Muller. Pretty sure Rice was okay, Walker was okay. And then we can start grinding in a few more. Because we got a higher rated team of the season, it should mean we can put in less. I don't know if we can put in an 82. Oh, maybe we can. Okay. So what I do here is you want to make sure that you are obviously putting in the right amount. You don't want to go way too over, because you want to save as much fodder with how many that you can, how many of these you can do every single day. It is definitely kind of a big thing to put in as little as possible. So as you can see, we've got the squad pretty much nailed on there. Hopefully we've got rid of all of the duplicates. Should have probably wrote them down more. So this is going to be the kind of first step, is grinding these upgrades. Once you've done the 85 times 5, and say you don't want to do any players, or you might have already finished them. Say you finished Vitinha, you finished Rudiger, and you don't really fancy anybody else. That's where the next steps comes in, and that's where the unlimited part comes from it. So we're going to get a Copa America here. So we're going to get Lewandowski to start with. Who is going to be behind him? Can it be anybody big? Messi. Don't be Marquinhos again. Okay, we take the keeper, 95 rated. So, at a minimum, that's going to be great fodder, or at least somebody you can put in your team. So, here is kind of where we're at now. Say we've got no more. Obviously, they're going to go back into the upgrade. But say I've got no more. What I would do with these, and it's kind of the easiest thing, because you don't need high-rated fodder, like we've seen with them upgrades, we only need 85s, maybe a couple of 86s to make it a little bit easier, and then 84s and 83s. Everything else can go into the exchange. It's a perfect method. So for instance, with Lewandowski, he would go into the 90, and then I'd go ahead and put the 85, I think it was Trippier, into the 85 upgrade. That gives myself 58 players. With that, obviously, there's a chance of getting something kind of more back. You can obviously get special cards in there as well, and also 89s. We've seen that more times than not, getting a lot of 89s out of the 89 exchange. Hopefully they do make it a little bit bigger as well. We get maybe a 90 and a 91. That could be the way they go with the repeatability this year. I think the exchange has been a massive upgrade from what we've been seeing in the past couple of footers, where they've been a good upgrade in itself, but it's not necessarily been anything else other than just constantly doing packs. So might be nice to grind out something else as well, but I can imagine they might just keep it the same. We'll go with Coleman in this one. Then we should be able to put in quite a lot of low rateds. But that's going to be a great way to then just re-rinse everything round. So obviously then we can do a lot of exchange packs. We can then go ahead and get more fodder for the player picks, and that's kind of the repeatability side of it, because obviously then we can just keep the grind going. So we're going to need one more player in here. That's going to make the 85, just because I've got low rate at the minute, because I want to open up all of my player packs, because I've been did a lot of 82 picks to see if they were worth it. Hence we got Fabian and Marquinhos from there. It's always nice to keep them up. So getting them fodder packs and the exchange packs are going to be the massive key. Now, obviously, you might not get a 51 every time, and sometimes you might not get some good fodder back from it. It is just all part of the look. We get an 83 here. We will go through them normally, so any lib and sud would go into the player picks as well. You want to put everything in there. So as you kind of grind a few more of these, we can then go ahead and put more back in player picks. Any 86 and above can go back into player picks, or go back into the exchange, and then back round into the player picks. And it is just a constant cycle. Like I said, sometimes 51, well, I don't know what 51 divided by 8 is, but I'm pretty sure you can get like 5 or 6, I want to say, picks from it. I'm pretty sure. What is 8, 40, 48? So you can get, you can get about 6 picks per one. And then that depends on if you do get any good fodder from it. But say you get 6, that's going to be a great kind of go round to do more and more. So for instance, in this one, we managed to get Alisson. We don't need an Alisson unless we're going for a player or for a big SBC, or you want to keep him. You can go ahead and put him in the 51 player pack. So that's going to be a perfect way, and the exchanges will give you more every now and then as well. As if you keep doing this over and over, you will hit gold with these. And we've just saw from a 27 player pack. So we've given up, what, an 88? We've managed to get an 88 player pack, so 21. And then we've got ourselves a 51 as well. It is luck of the draw with that one, but that's the whole point. So if you are out of players, maybe you don't... See what I mean? We managed to get something here. Uruguay, centre-back. Is it just going to be a 1? No, Napoli. So it's going to be... Oh, no, it is. Oh, it's the... Yes. That's what I mean. 95 again. It's great to do the exchanges and just get something from it. It may not be pretty. It might not be the one you want. If you are really strung up for 89s, you could even put him back in. He's not necessarily the one everybody wants, so you could go ahead and put him back in, get another 51 players, and literally for an 88 rated card, we've technically got 2 51 packs, meaning we can do, like, say, 20 picks. What on earth is that card? I don't know what that card is. Oh, is that... Oh. Hey, we take a bit of Cucurella. Beautiful. So I've done. It's because I've seen it in a pic. I haven't seen it in a pack. I thought it'd be red, but we take it. Absolutely brilliant. So we get Cucurella in this one as well. And again, it just keeps on going through. It's the best grind that we can do right now. More than likely, we'll go into the footies and we'll make a new one because there'll be even bigger grinds that you can go with. But it's the easy one. From the daily golds, which are just a daily thing, you don't take very long doing them, into player picks or the 80 times free, back into the exchange, into then the upgrades we get every day, and just keep grinding it round. It's very, very simple, and you can get some good players from it. It will take luck to get some of the big boys, but if you are doing this consistently, building your fodder, it's very, very simple. So let me know the list down below of who your best players are so far, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.